It was the summer of 2006. I had just summited the highest point in North America, Mount Whitney, 14,500 feet. And the views, 360 degrees around, amazing. But what was truly inspiring was the 7 people that completed this 4-day backpacking trip to this summit. Now, I didn't realize it at the time, the impact that I had on these individuals. Well, to tell you a couple things. Number one, only about 1/3 of the people that attempt the summit actually accomplish that. So for all 7 to actually do that was amazing. Add to that, they were all over the age of 50. One person actually just started hiking 9 months before at the recommendation of his doctor. And so here we were celebrating in this moment. 2 days later, when we kind of wrapped things up, I got some feedback on the impact that I had in helping them do that. Because as it turned out, I was actually the assistant guide, but the primary guide ended up taking 2 individuals and doing the summit in 2 days by themselves, so I took the rest of the group and led them on. Little did they know, I had never been backpacking before in my life. I kept that low key. But again, here at this celebratory dinner, every person said that there was something, they wouldn't have made it without me. And so that experience really helped me build that confidence and that to find my voice the first of 3 times. So I wanted to share those 3 times where I've kind of elevated and found my voice in different ways and hopefully to inspire you to find your voice here at Toastmasters. So that first time was right before I started teaching 1- and 2-day leadership programs in Japan by myself. So I've been teaching for 10 years, but it was always with somebody else and usually in the shadows. So stepping up, all of a sudden I had this new confidence. Yes, I have leadership abilities and can help transform that. And for the next 7 years, I had numerous opportunities, maybe over 1,000 participants. And always amazed at how many times people would come and comment about something that I'd said and had transformed the way they approached life. It was sometime after that I had my first opportunity to work with an executive team. So I was a bit nervous. Actually, my partner was selected, but she wasn't available. So I interviewed and they said, yes, it's next week, we need somebody, come on in. So here I am. When I talk about finding your voice, I think there's 3 things, right? There's a uniqueness to that, right? There's a comfort level that comes across. And I think that's that authenticity. When those 3 things kind of converge, some magic tends to happen. So we kicked off this workshop like I do with so many others in doing these team building activities. This was an executive VP and 8 VPs, very dysfunctional group, new leader, one of the largest healthcare companies in the country. So, and it got off to a great start. And then here the key question that I brought up. Do you really know who your customer is? Oh, of course we know our customer. No, they could not come to an agreement on who their customer was. So here they're trying to do this strategy and something so essential is missing. Maybe one of the best flattering comments at the end of that workshop was somebody saying, I can't believe, the impact that we had in developing these strategies, and we didn't use a single PowerPoint slide. Since then, I not only did I lead that group and drive a lot of those strategies down into the organization for the next several years, but I've led dozens of executive workshops, and I'm extremely comfortable now in that executive presence. So here comes the third opportunity. just a little over a year ago when, coming out of the pandemic, I realized that I was not very revealing about myself. I thought I was, but I was getting some feedback that I only talk about the sunny side of life, and I never talk about my depression or my fears or the negative things in my life. I did my posts on social media were all the great things happening in my life, nothing about the challenges that I was facing and overcoming. So that was one of the reasons why I came here to Toastmasters. It's that opportunity to find a new voice, a new authenticity and being real. I've shared things here that I haven't shared with anybody. Or maybe I have since I've started sharing them here. And so that really has transformed not only, the conversations I have with my spiritual community, but with my family and friends, and probably most impactful is while I'm dating. And I'm much more revealing. I'm getting into conversations that are more meaningful, impactful, sharing some of my struggles as well as the things that work well. So in conclusion, I wanted to kind of encourage you, person watching online right now, who wasn't here at this July 2nd meeting, to find your voice. Because that's why many of us show up. And trusting, believing that your voice matters, number one. And number two, that urge to speak up comes from a higher power. And trusting that the authenticity and the uniqueness that your stories and your conversations have will not only make a difference, but can have a transformative impact in people's lives.